he confessed to her murder. And no, I take that back. They're saying that he confessed to her and slitting her
different places when it's a baby. That was a baby. Like I said, I have a very close relationship with Kei'Mani. She was a tomboy. She wasn't out looking for, trying to be fast or, mischievous or any of that.
Imagine being forced into some sick, twisted mess by your own father. Like literally your own dad. And then to make it worse, your grandmother helps him cover it up? Sounds like a horror movie, right? But y'all, this ain't fiction. This is real life, and it's exactly what happened to 15-year-old Kei'Mani. What makes this even more heartbreaking is the fact that Kei'Mani didn't just lose her life, she was betrayed, violated, and then allegedly unalived by the very people who were supposed to protect her. Darnell Jones is accused of ending her life, and now police just dropped a bombshell. There's video footage proving her own grandmother was complicit in the crime. So there's a saying that there's no greater love than a mother's love, but when that love turns into loyalty to your grown son over justice for your granddaughter, that's not love, it's madness. And this whole situation is an entire mess. So sit back, let's take a deep breath, because we're diving into the dark, tragic, and absolutely twisted case of Kei'Mani, a young girl who cried for help only to be betrayed by her blood. So let's break it down. The day police found Kei'Mani's body was already heartbreaking, but what really made jaws drop, that her own grandmother, Dorothy Latigue, got arrested. So Grandma Dorothy had been talking to news outlets when Kei'Mani was first reported missing. She said her granddaughter was living with her, and everything seemed off the night she disappeared. According to her, when she came home on March 17th, the whole place was a mess, like something had happened. She then said Kei'Mani's glasses and keys were still there. The stove was on, which is just a wild case because it's just them and 2 dogs in the house, so who turned it on and why? On top of all of that, her underclothes were found by the couch and her pajamas were tossed on the dining room floor. Suspicious? Yes. Very. Our Grandma Dorothy gave this weird cryptic energy, like she wanted people to think that something bad might have happened, but also not saying much else. But the gag is that while she was still talking to reporters, the police were digging deeper. And y'all, they must have found something, because just hours after Kei'Mani's body was found, Dorothy was put in handcuffs. Now, Kei'Mani's mother, Tiara Caston, told reporters that she didn't even know what charges her mother was facing, which is wild because it means this family was spiraling and no one knew who to trust. Dorothy was the legal guardian, the one in charge, and now she's at the center of one of the sickest family betrayals we've seen in a minute. After Kei'Mani's body was found, police were scrambling for answers. Who would hurt this child? Who had access? Who saw her last? All eyes landed on one person, her father, Darnell Jones. According to the police affidavit, he was the last person to see Kei'Mani alive. He straight up told the cops that on March 16th, his daughter